Hey guys, today we're going to do a beginner Pilates reformer workout. The difference between the beginner and some of my other workouts are in this workout we'll do a little less reps and I'll give you a little lighter spring suggestions just so you get a feel for the reformer. Okay, so we're going to start with some footwork. This is basic standard Pilates reformer stuff. I have on 2 reds and a blue. If this is still a little heavy, you go down to 2 reds and a white. You're gonna lay down on your back. You're gonna lift the headrest up if that feels comfortable. I like a little neck lift. Your feet are gonna be on heels on, hip distance apart. You wanna make sure the heels are in line with your sit bones and the knees are in line with the feet. Arms long by your side. You're gonna make sure there's a little space between your lower back and the mat, so that's your neutral spine. You don't wanna imprint your lower back for footwork, because it could get into your lower back. So keep that little space, and also you wanna keep that tailbone grounded to the reformer. Relax the shoulders. You're gonna take an inhale, exhale, press through the heels, extend all the way out. Pull up through the quads, keep flexing the feet, pull the carriage in slow, resist through the carriage. Exhale, press out, all the way, full extension. Bring the carriage in slow, resisting all the way down. Exhale, press out. Control it in. And keep going with the flow, lengthening along with the legs, pulling it in down, controlling it down all the way to stopper. You want to bring it in close to the stopper, but don't let it rest against the stopper. So you always keep tension on the legs. Let's do 4 more here. Exhale, press out for 3. Slowly bring it in. Have 2. Last one, press all the way out. We're just going to bring it in halfway and hold it. Just an isometric hold. Focus on squeezing the quads. Make sure that space is between your lower back and the mat. Just breathe for 5. Deep breath in and slowly exhale for 4. Keep flexing the toes up to the ceiling. 3. For 2. Press the carriage all the way along, straighten the legs. Bring the carriage all the way back into the stopper. We're going to drop down to the balls of your toes. So toes and feet are still hip distance apart, almost like a fist distance between the toes. Heels lifted, take an inhale, exhale, press through the balls of your toes, lengthen long through the legs, pull it in slow. Try to press through all 10 toes evenly as you press out. Exhale to extend. Think about squeezing and lifting up through the quads at the top. Exhale, press out. Slow on the way in. We have 2 more here. Keep those heels lifted, pressing through the balls of your toes. Last one, we're going to press all the way out. Hold it, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those quads, bring the carriage halfway in. Good, just isometric hold, try to squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes, heels lifted. Deep breath in, slowly exhale. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale. Press the carriage all the way out long, keeping the legs straight. You're just going to drop the heels below the foot bar and all the way up. So doing a little calf stretch and strengthen. Keep the legs as straight as possible. Drop the heels as far below the foot bar as you can, and then all the way back up. Working through the ankle joints. Let's do 5 more. All the way down and lift. Last one, we're going to lift the heels up high. Now we're gonna drop one heel. I'm gonna drop my right heel below the foot bar and then bend that left knee. Get a nice stretch through that right calf and lift the legs all the way back up. So both heels are lifted high, and then drop that left heel below the foot bar, right knee bends. Lift both heels back up straight, drop that right heel below the foot bar, legs back up straight, and then left heel. We're gonna go a little faster, but make sure that both legs stay straight before you bend. So you're getting up high on those calves and toes. This is called running or prancing. Drop one heel and switch. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to the right and just take a deep stretch. Breathe, let that heel drop. Get a nice stretch to that right calf. Switch back to the left, let that heel go below the foot bar. Breathe. Nice stretch to that left calf. Press all the way so both legs are straight. Now you're just gonna bring those heels together and turn those toes out. So we're in first position, come all the way in. So toes are apart on the foot bar, heels are squeezed together, knees are out to a slight V. Inhale, exhale, press all the way up. Pull up through the inner thighs and down slow. Keep squeezing those heels together as you lengthen. Exhale as you press. Pull that carriage in slow. Three more here. Sip up through the inner thighs, glutes and quads. Last one. Press all the way out. Come in halfway and hold it. Think about squeezing those heels together. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze the quads. Hold it for 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2. Press the carriage all the way out, lengthen. And bring the carriage all the way back to the stopper. Bring the heels wide into second position. So heels wide on the foot bar. Turn the toes and knees out slightly. Inhale, relax the neck and shoulders. Exhale, press the carriage all the way out. Slow on the way in. Exhale to press. Keep that space between your lower back and the mat. We have 2 more here. Hold that carriage in slow. Last one. Press all the way out. And pull the carriage all the way back into the stopper. Last position with both legs is on your toes. So toes are going to be wide on the foot bar. Still in second position, but on the balls of your toes. Legs and toes are turned out slightly. Inhale, exhale, press out. Slow as you bring the carriage in. Keep those heels lifted or at the same height as you press out and as you pull in. Think about squeezing the inner thighs, glutes and quads. Last 2 here. Exhale as you press. Last one. Press all the way out. Pull the carriage all the way in. We're going to roll on up and change our springs to do single leg. So I'm going to take off one red spring, which I have on a single red and a single blue. Let's lay back down onto the reformer. We're going to place our heels on the foot bar. So place both of them on for now, hip distance apart. So the hip, knee, and heel are all in line. We're going to lift that left leg up in tabletop. Again, keep that space between your lower back and the mat. Arms reaching long down by your side. Take an inhale. Exhale, press through the heel. Press all the way up, squeeze that quad. Slowly pull the carriage in. If this feels too light, you can always go to a red, white, and blue. Slowly pull it in. Exhale as you press. Think about actively squeezing that right glute, pressing through that right heel as you press out. Try to have even weight on the hips or on the sit bones. So you don't want one hip to hike up over the other, so have the pelvis level. Let's do 3 more here. Press out for 2. Make sure the leg that's in tabletop stays still in tabletop. Last one, all the way out. Pull the carriage all the way into that stopper. We're going to put that left heel on the foot bar. Make sure it's in line with the knee and hip. Right leg is in tabletop. Right leg stays still. Take an inhale. Exhale, press the carriage all the way up. Squeeze that left glute and quad and pull it in slow. Exhale to press out. Slowly resist in. Actively think about squeezing that left glute, pressing through that left heel. Last 3 here. Squeeze that glute and quad. Keep flexing the toes up to the ceiling. Last one. Press all the way out. Pull the carriage all the way into the stopper. We're going to go back to that right foot, toe on, left leg in tabletop. So pressing through the ball of the right toe. Inhale and exhale. Press all the way out. Pull it in slow. Even weight through all 5 toes on that right leg. Make sure that pelvis is level. So the hip bones, one hip isn't hiking up over the other. Let's do 5 more here. Press out for 4. 3. Squeeze that right quad and glute. 2. Last one, press all the way out. Let's just do 5 calf raises. Lower and lift for 5, so single leg. 4, if this is too much, you can always put both heels down. 3, 2. Last one, lift. Hold that heel as high as you can. Try to squeeze that glute, squeeze that quad. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way into the stopper. Let's put that left toe onto the foot bar. Right leg is in tabletop. We're going to press through the ball of the toe of the left foot. Inhale and exhale, press out. Squeeze that quad and glute. Slow as you come in. You want to resist that carriage in, so you're using the leg muscles to pull it in and not using the springs. Exhale to press. Keep the right leg in tabletop. We have 3 more here. Last one, we're gonna press the carriage all the way out, keeping that left leg straight. We're just gonna drop the left heel below the foot bar 5 times. Lower and lift for 5, go slow. 4, all the way down and all the way up. 3, 2. Last one, lift that heel all the way up, squeeze that glute, squeeze that quad, hold it for 5, hold it 4, 3, 2, bend the knee, come all the way into the stopper. We're gonna place our heels on the foot bar, hip distance apart now. I'm gonna lower my headrest all the way down, so make sure you lower it all the way so it's flat, because we're gonna go into some bridging. So scoot about an inch away from the shoulder rest so they're not in your way. Let's just do a few pelvic tilts. So heels on the foot bar, flex the feet. All you're gonna do is press that lower back down into the mat, do a little tilt of the pelvis. So your lower back is now pressed into the mat, and then release that pelvis back to neutral so you have space in the reformer. Take an inhale, exhale, press that lower back down into the mat, tucking the pelvis under, feel those lower abdominals activate, and then release it back to neutral. 3 more here, tuck the pelvis under, press that back down into the reformer, then release it back to neutral. 2 more, exhale, tuck the pelvis under, press that lower back in, scoop through those lower abs, back to neutral. Last one, exhale, tuck under, hold it, then all the way back to neutral. Now we're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna initiate doing that same motion to start. So arms along by your hips, flex the feet, take an inhale, exhale, tuck the pelvis under, press that lower back into the mat, scoop through those abs and articulate up 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting up through those hips and holding at the top. Make sure the pelvis is tucked, the ribs are pulled in. You don't want the ribs to flare or your back to arch because then they'll get into your back and knock the glutes. Inhale and exhale, slowly articulate down. Upper back, middle back, lower back, relax it all the way down to the reformer. Inhale, exhale, tuck the pelvis under, press that lower back down into the mat, articulate up 1 vertebrae at a time, try to keep that carriage as still as possible, rolling up through that spine. Lift, 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 lift. Hold it, squeeze those glutes, keep that tuck the pelvis. Don't go so high where your ribs are flaring. Hold it, and slowly roll down, upper back, middle back, articulating down through that spine, lower back, all the way back to neutral, relax the pelvis. Again, tuck under, I'm gonna go a little bit faster, tuck under, articulate up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Holding at the top, squeeze those glutes. Knees are staying hip distance apart, and slowly roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Relaxing. Let's do 5 more. Tuck under, roll up. Squeeze those glutes. Slowly roll down. Exhale to tuck. And roll up through that spine. Really squeeze that glutes and hamstrings. Roll down slow. Three more here. Exhale, tuck under. Rolling up. Hold it at the top. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time. 2 more here. Tuck under. You should feel the hamstrings activating, trying to keep that carriage as still as possible. The glutes working. Roll down slow. And nice spinal articulation. Last one, tuck under, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Hold it at the top. Good, just hold it here for 5. Keep squeezing those glutes. 4. Lengthening through those front of the hips. 3, 2. We're gonna keep a flat back. I just want you to go down an inch, up an inch. Go very slow, concentrating on squeezing the glutes, and you're only moving the pelvis. The ribs aren't moving. Down an inch, up an inch. The carriage is staying still. Just keep tucking that pelvis under. 5 more. Have 4. Squeeze those glutes. 3, 2. Last one, hold it, and then roll down one vertebrae at a time, down through that spine. Bring those knees into your chest, just give a little rock side to side. Relax that lower back. Let's roll on up. I'm gonna put the foot bar all the way down. I'm gonna put on a single red spring, so take off that blue. I'm gonna get us set up for the next exercise. We're gonna grab your strap handles and just put them on the hooks so you have them, because we're gonna do something, just an ab exercise to get started, and then we're gonna put our hands in the straps. So just getting you set up. So one single red, lay back down on your back. You can lift the headrest up now if you want. We're gonna bring one leg in tabletop, press that lower back down into the mat, so no spaces there. Bring the other leg up. So warming up the abdominals, keep those abs tight, back press down. You're just gonna toe tap. So we're gonna just do the left leg. So tap it down to the wooden platform and then exhale back up. Tap that toe and scoop those abs in. If you only can go halfway down without arching the back, that's fine. Do what feels good for you. So focus, make sure that back is pressed down into the reformer. Pulling those abs in, exhale as you lift. You can always shorten that distance if you need. We have 2 more on this leg. Bring that leg into tabletop and then switch. Right leg, tap it down and exit to lift. Remember, go as low as you can without arching that back. If it's your first time, just go down an inch and then lift. Very tiny. You want to activate the abdominals and protect the back. Inhale down, exhale lift. Pulling the abdominals deeper each time you exhale. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Last one. And relax the legs for a second. Keep the feet on the wooden platform. Just give your legs a little rock side to side. Come back to center. Imprint the back down into the mat. Bring one leg up into tabletop. The other leg comes back up. We're gonna extend that, keep the right leg in tabletop, extend the left leg long. You're just gonna lower down and then lift up. Abs tight, and exhale to lift. If you need more back support, put your hands underneath your bottom at the very edge of your butt, and it gives you a little bit more of a tilt and a little bit more support of the back. So inhale down, exhale to lift. You can also place that right heel foot down and lift up if that still is too much for you. Slowly lower and scoop. Let's do 5 more. Again, only go as low as you can with that left leg, but you're still imprinting that back. For 3. Lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Last one. And the left leg in, extend that right leg long, lower down and exhale lift. Pull those abs in each time you lift up. Make sure that left knee is staying still, you're not letting it press out. Lower slow, exhale, scoop. 5 more. Shorten the range if you need. For 3. Lower and scoop for 2. Last one. Bring it up. We're going to drop that right leg down and bicycle. You can keep the head down. You're just switching the legs, reaching long. Keep that back press against the mat. If you need to reach the legs higher, that's fine. Whatever feels good for you. Just warming up the abs. We have 8, 7, 6, reach 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest your feet. Woo, all right. So now we're gonna get into arm series supine. So we're gonna use the strap. So the strap should be hooked up onto the handles. So this is gonna work the abdominals as well as the arms. So let's press your hands so they're in one line. The hands are in line with the shoulders or slightly forward. So press out so there's tension into the strap. We're gonna bring one leg up into the tabletop. Again, we're imprinting that lower back down into the mat, and then lift that other leg into tabletop. So this is your starting position with the arms. The wrists are over the shoulders or slightly in front towards the foot bar. Take an inhale, exhale, keep the arms straight, press the arms all the way down by your hips, almost touch the reformer with the hand, and then back up just to that starting position, shoulder height. Exhale, press down. Resist it back up slow. So keep those elbows as straight as possible, fingertips reaching long towards that foot bar as you press down. Press that lower back down into the mat so you're activating the abdominals. Exhale, press. Slow and control on the way up. Keep those legs still in tabletop. You don't want them to drop like this. Keep them up so you're activating the abdominals. We're gonna do 5 more here. Exhale, press down for 4. Last one, and then we're gonna add the head and chest for a little 100 count. So inhale, keep those arms up. Exhale, you're gonna press the arms down and then lift the head and chest up. Reaching those fingertips long towards the foot bar, hold those shoulders lifted, and then exhale, drop the head, bring those hands back to neutral, back to starting. Exhale, press down with the hands first, and then lift the head and chest up. Slowly lower back down. Inhale, exhale, press the hands down first, then lift the head and chest up, scooping the belly button in, then all the way back down. If this bothers your neck or you can't lift the shoulders, then do what we did in the first exercise, keeping the head and chest down. Slowly back down. Exhale, press, reaching those fingertips long. Back up, shoulder height. 3 more. Press up for 2. Last one. Hold it up here, hold it for 5. Keep reaching the tips long, fingers long. 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms up to the ceiling, head down, and rest the feet on the wooden platform. Just take a little breather. You can rock the legs side to side. If you feel any tension in the hip flexor or the back, just take a little breather. All right, let's bring those arms back up. Shoulder height. Bring it to hundreds. Bring that leg back into tabletop. Press that lower back down into the reformer. Good, tension in the straps. Other leg comes up. Take an inhale. You can always leave the head down if you don't want to just pump the arms. So inhale, exhale with the head and chest up. Fingertips long. You're gonna inhale for 5. And exhale for 5 as you pump those arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, keep pumping those arms, fingertips long. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. In. Keep lifting the shoulders high. And exhale. Inhale. 2. And exhale. In. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, last 10. Inhale, in, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. See if you get a little higher with the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax it down. Arms up, rest the feet for a second. Take a little breather. The next exercise, our arms are going to be out to a T. So palms are going to be facing, right now they're facing towards the foot bar, but they're essentially going to be facing the body. So arms out to a T, bring that leg up into tabletop, imprint that back. Other leg up. Make sure the hands are in line with the shoulders, don't let them drop. Lift them higher, even a little bit higher than the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands down towards your hips, so palms are facing the hips, and then back out to a T. Exhale, press down, reaching the fingertips long. And as you come out to a T, stop the hands before the shoulders. You don't want them to go past. That's not good on the shoulder joints. You're putting too much strain. Exhale, press down, reach those arms long. Back out to a T, just below the shoulders. Suck the belly button in, press that lower back down into the mat. If a single red is too hard, go down to a blue and a white spring. Let's do 3 more here. Back out to a T. Exhale, press down for 2. Back out. Last one, down to a T. Bring those arms up to the ceiling. Now we're going to do circles. Fingertips reach towards the foot bar. You're going to press the hands down towards your hips. Bring it out to the side. Bring it up to the ceiling and then back down to the hips. So just doing a little circle. Press down to the hips. Again, don't let the hands drop below the reformer. Out to the side. Once you feel comfortable, you can kind of let it flow. Don't let the reformer hit the stopper, otherwise you've gone too far behind the shoulders. 3 more in this direction. Press down for 2. Last one. Arms back up to the ceiling. We're going to bring it out to a T, reversing directions. Drop it down to the hips, then bring it back up to the ceiling. Arms out to a T, bring it down to the hips, circling around. Keep those legs still in tabletop. Now once you feel comfortable, just let it flow as you circle. Abs tight, keep pressing back down into the mat. 3 more here. Circle around for 2. Last one, arms all the way down, palms face the reformer, fingertips long. You're just gonna bend the elbows to 90 degrees and press all the way out. You can either keep the elbows on the reformer, which is a little bit easier. So you're just bending to 90 and then all the way out to the extension of the arms. Or you can hover the arms about 1 inch off the reformer. Make sure the elbows stay still. You don't want those elbows to lift. So keep them glued to your side. We have 5 more. Reach long, bend in. Exhale for 4. Abs tight. 3. Press out for 2. Last one, all the way out. Bring those arms up to the ceiling and put your feet on the wooden platform. Drop those straps down into the well. Let's roll on up. I'm gonna bring my foot bar all the way up. I'm gonna change my spring to a blue and a white spring. This will give you a little bit more support. If it feels like too much tension, then go down to just a single blue spring. We're adding on a little bit more springs just for a little bit of back support. So your hands are gonna be on the foot bar. Your feet are up against the shoulder rest. You're in like a modified push-up position. So pressing those hips forward so the hip flexors are long. Arms are straight. You're just gonna press the carriage back, moving at the shoulder joint, and pull that carriage in slow. Abs are tight. Arms are straight. Press that. Keep the abs in. Pelvis tucked under. And slowly, slowly pull. Using your lats, the muscle underneath your armpits, triceps, and abs. Again, if this is too easy, or it feels like the weight is too heavy to press back, then just go down to a single blue spring, but then you have a little bit less back support. So do what feels good for you. Slowly. Let's do 3 more here. press back for 2. Head stays neutral. Last one, press it back. And slowly pull that carriage into the spine. Good. We're gonna lift up on to, you're gonna put the balls of your toe or your heels up halfway up on the shoulder rests. So you're on your balls of the toes, feet are straight. Press the carriage back slightly. So there's a one long line between your shoulders and head and wrists. All you're gonna do is press the carriage back an inch or a few inches, then pull in. So the only thing that is moving is the lower half of your body. It's a small range of motion, just focusing on the lower abs. Inhale that, exhale, pull in. Keep those abs tight, shoulders engaged. 5 more. Hold on for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come all the way in. Come down to the knees. Pull out your wrists if you need. Next thing we're going to do, we're just going to press back into a plank and hold it. So, hands on the foot bar. Tuck your toes under, heels up against the shoulder rest. Again, you're gonna lift up and then press the carriage back. Just hold that plank. Abs tight. If holding a plank up onto your legs or lifting the knees up is too hard, just go down. Keep that modified with the knees down, modified. Hold it, squeeze those glutes, deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Keep holding, deep breath in, and exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Bend the knees and come all the way into the stopper. We're gonna add on a red spring. So we have, actually, I'm gonna take off the white. So you're gonna do a red and a blue spring. We're gonna grab our straps and hook them up. So we're gonna do feet and straps. So lay down on your back. Again, I have my headrest up, which I find to be a little bit more comfortable, but you can always drop it if you want. So you're gonna grab your handles. The easiest way to get in is press the carriage out with both feet. Take one loop, put one foot in that strap. Put tension into the foot that's in that strap. Press out and then put that other foot into the loops. Okay, we're gonna start out with frog first. So heels are together, toes are apart. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees in. You're gonna stop when the knees are in line with the hips, and exhale, press all the way up, squeezing the inner thighs. Bend the knees in. Make sure the shins are in line with the knees or slightly higher. You don't want them to drop lower. Exhale, press all the way up, pulling through the inner thighs. Go slow. As you press out, think about lengthening those legs long over the foot bar, pulling up through the inner thighs. Let's do 4 more. Press all the way up for 3. Bring it in slow. Lengthen for 2. Last one, you're gonna press all the way out, keep the legs straight. You're gonna bring them up to the ceiling, keeping that turnout. Open the legs out to the side, bring it down all the way to meet each other, then back up to the ceiling. Open the legs out to the side, almost like a straddle. Circle the legs around and back up. Use the inner thighs, lead with those heels as the legs come together. Only lift as high as you can without lifting that tailbone. You don't want the legs to go too far where your tailbone lifts up. So circle around. If you're not as flexible, then just stop a little short of 90 and then circle. Lead with the heels as the legs come together, and make sure they come all the way together before you lift them back up to the ceiling. You want to keep those abs tight and only go as low as you can without arching that back. So keep the abs engaged. 3 more in this direction with the circle. We have 2. Last one. Bring those legs up to the ceiling and reverse. Drop the legs down towards the foot bar, open them out to the side, back up to the ceiling, and then lower. Control it. Use those inner thighs to bring the legs back together. Keeping those abs tight. 5 more in this direction. We have 4. 3. 2. Last one. Bring the legs up to the ceiling. Bring the lower legs down to 45 degrees. You're going to turn the toes out. All you're going to do is open that leg out to a little straddle. And keep it on the same plane. Squeeze those heels together. So out to the side. Squeeze those inner thighs. Open and squeeze. Stabilizing the pelvis so it's not rocking side to side. Feet are staying on the same plane as you open and close. You have 5 more. 4. And only open as wide. You don't want to open too wide where you can't bring those legs back together. So just slightly past the reformer. 4. Squeeze 3. 2. Last one. Squeeze them together and bend the knees in. Okay, we're going to take one foot out of the strap, put it onto the foot bar, put that foot onto the foot bar, press out, take the other leg out, come all the way in, drop the strap into low. Come on up, we're going to finish with a single thigh stretch. I'm going to just put on a Bluno leg spring just so the carriage is a little bit lighter. I'm going to place my left foot on the floor. Make sure it's in line with the foot bar. Right knee onto the reformer. Lift that chest up. I'm pressing my right hip forward, kind of tucking the pelvis under, relaxing the shoulder. So you should feel a stretch in the front of the right hip flexor. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come in, we're going to do it one more time. Bend that left knee, tuck the pelvis under, press that right hip forward, relax the neck and shoulders. Come all the way in. We're going to go over to the other side. Right foot on the floor in line with the foot bar. Left knee on the reformer. Foot is up against the shoulder rest. Bend that right knee slightly. Tuck that pelvis under and press that left hip flexor forward. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath in and slowly exhale. Come up slightly. One more time, press the carriage back. Tuck that pelvis under. Press that left hip forward so you should feel a stretch in that left hip flexor. Come all the way in. And we are done our workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a beginner, keep doing this workout. I might have a few more. If you felt like this workout was too easy, then try some of the other ones. Hope you had a great day, and I will see you next time.